everyone, my name is Amina. I am a food and nutrition student at George Brown College, and today we're going to be talking about glutamine and create this really healthy and delicious taco recipe. So stay tuned. Glutamine is a natural substance created in your body. It is metabolized by your gut, your liver, and your kidneys, and it is most abundant in your blood plasma and your muscle tissues. Glutamine is a conditionally essential amino acid. That means that although it is created in sufficient amounts inside of us, we do need to get it from outside sources when we have a disorder or a disease. Did you know that glutamine is found in lower levels of brains of Alzheimer's disease patients? Just shows how important glutamine is as we age. Glutamine is also very helpful in lowering the risk of cardiovascular diseases like hypertension and diabetes, as well as obesity and cancer. Glutamine also helps with cell metabolism, tissue development, increasing and maintaining muscle mass, regulation of proteins, and regulation of your gene expression, and regulation of your inflammatory and antioxidant responses. It also helps with your acid-base balance maintenance and helps with many cellular functions. Glutamine is so important for our gut health, not only in the elderly, but in general. Glutamine helps to absorb nutrients, it helps to control inflammation, it lowers constipation periods, it helps treat short bowel syndrome with a human growth hormone and a specific diet. It also helps prevent bacteria like ammonia go inside of our GI tract and bloodstream, which can cause liver and kidney problems. It also helps lower the risk of malnutrition. There are many foods high in glutamine, like beef, chicken, and fish. And for this taco recipe, we are going to be using some lean ground beef. Also dairy, like cheese, which we will be using as a topping for the tacos. Also eggs, beans, beets, cabbage, which we also have for this taco recipe. Other foods are vegetable juices, fermented foods like miso and wheat. Though I don't have fermented foods, I do have whole wheat tortillas, which we will be using, and other fortified glutamine-rich foods. But we will also be using low-fat Greek yogurt, which is a dairy product. To create this taco, we're going to have 3 components. The first is the seasoning, the second is the meat, and the third are the toppings that will go into our taco. For the seasoning, we'll have a 1/4 teaspoon of chili powder, a 1/2 teaspoon of cumin right here, 1/2 teaspoon of paprika, 1 teaspoon of garlic powder, 1 teaspoon of onion powder, a 1/4 teaspoon of pepper, 1 teaspoon of dried oregano, and 1 teaspoon of dried coriander. You'll need 1 pound of lean ground beef. You'll also need about 1/2 cup of chopped onions, and I have here white onions. You'll also need 1/2 teaspoon of salt and 1 tablespoon of extra virgin olive oil. We're going to add about 2 tablespoons of tomato paste to the ground beef, and we're going to need 1/2 cup of low sodium chicken broth, but you can also use any stock of your choice. And then for the toppings, 2 cups of shredded cabbage. We have 2 cups of cheddar cheese here. We have 1/2 cup of low-fat Greek yogurt, a 1/4 cup cilantro, and some lime wedges for the drizzle at the end, and 8 to 10 whole wheat tortillas. So as you can see, the paprika, the onion powder, the garlic powder, the cumin powder, the oregano, the cilantro, and the chili powder and pepper. And I'm just going to give it a good mix. This will be our taco seasoning. Alright, so first you're going to heat your skillet on high, and you're going to add your olive oil to the skillet. And as it heats up, we are going to add the onions that we chopped. So I'm going to add in the salt, and we're going to cook until the onions become translucent. As you can see, the onion is now translucent, so we're going to add the ground beef. And we're just going to break this into chunks and cook it until it starts to brown on the outside and no longer pink in the middle. Now we're going to add the tomato paste into the pan. Also just added the seasoning into the mixture, and we're going to wait until it turns a little bit brown, and then we're going to add the chicken broth. I'm going to add the chicken broth in and mix it all together. So while the meat is cooking, you also want to just take your tortillas and heat it up in a separate pan. Okay, so the meat is now all done and our tortillas are warmed up. So now we're ready to assemble the tacos. To assemble the tacos, you can either put it on a taco stand or you can just put it on a plate and then assemble it with your favorite toppings. I'm just going to add some shredded cabbage first. Then I'm going to add some of the ground beef that we made. Then I'm going to add some cheddar cheese, and then I'm going to add some plain yogurt. Finish off with some cilantro. And there you have it, our healthy ground beef tacos. It looks amazing. Glutamine is something I definitely recommend for the elderly, as it does help with sarcopenia or loss of muscles, protein retention, maintaining gut and immune function. But because the elderly are likely to have liver, kidney, or heart problems, I would advise them to always talk with their doctor or dietitian and adjust the dosages accordingly. Now for a taste test. That is so good.